Wow, it's a beautiful morning. It's really mild. It's December 2018. This is T-Trail, HSTV. I'm T-Rad, and this is a video about what I would say to my 5-year-old self, looking back. And if you're at the hands of the plough, woo, brother! Don't look back. So I just know there's a phrase that I've been saying quite a lot recently, which rings very true. I was born into a world of separation, and I awoke into a world of unity. You are the one. You are the one. There's nothing you can't do. There is nothing out there which isn't inside of you, and you are a powerful creator, brother. So the world that we were born into, like our parents were, oh bless them. Well, you see, everyone is always doing the best that they can do with what they have and where they come from, where they hope to get to, and the situation and the environment they're in. People are always doing the best that they can do. So that's just a lovely little maxim, because it kind of, it relieves a whole lot of pressure, and it allows for a whole lot of forgiveness, and ultimately you are born into the right family, in the right location, for you to gain the knowledge and the wisdom to gain your angel wings. Ain't that the schnizzle? So yeah, just an amazing life, hey. So for me, and this is changing all of the time, right? Because life is constant change, and we are leaving. So the world of separation and the belief that we are separate from God, and we're moving into that of unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. I'm gonna step into the greenhouse. I think this might be quite good for acoustics. Our parents were under so much pressure to perform from the environment they were in. And one of the big ones that always gets me, hey, is like, I'm just going to put this down here. Is that working? Well, I suppose I'm on a bit of a weak angle. The lighting, I guess, looks alright. So our parents were under so much pressure to conform. Like, if someone was to ask one of my parents if they were married, and they replied no at the age of 28, like, the person asking the questions would have shot them down with laser beams from their eyes. And because we believed we were separate from God, that we were always seeking outside recognition for our status within this world, then we kind of responded to that pressure by going, I've got to get married, I've so got to get married. And well, having learnt as well about life being an intelligent system, generally the first relationships we form are based upon the love which we received from our parents. And quite a big realization for me was that wasn't love, or at least love as I have come to know it. That was control. So I'm kind of waking up to unconditional love, and that, well, I suppose being as we're in the greenhouse, that would be quite relevant. Hey, is that which plants need to grow. So it's light, it's space, it's nutrients, and it's the even plants respond to being told that they're doing well. And So cells are actively listening. So yeah, the love that myself and a lot of others were brought up in was this kind of what's the word? Divide and conquer, reward and punishment, which was gifted to us by a group of beings who came to this planet carrying a large dose of shame, and they kind of introduced the main storylines which we've been brought up with, which are now changing. Thankfully, as we all recognise, there's just one. There's not 3 or 4 or 5. There's just the one. We all come from God, and we're all multi-dimensional beings. So those conversations, little dude, you were having with imaginary friends, it could have been guides. It could have been your higher self. It could have been your angels. We are surrounded by people who love us, not only in the physical, but also in the non-physical. School, oh my gosh, man. Boom, boom, in a Basil Brush type way. So we spend the first 5 years, maybe 3 years, learning to walk and talk, and then for the next however many years we're told to sit down and shut up. Well, this is so we can be programmed, right? This is so we can be told that our nation is better than other nations, and we are better than them, and we had this argy-bargy a long time ago, and we're unwilling to forget it and forgive it and move on because that is who we are. Well, that's not who we are. We are a flash of energy, a beacon of love. Our bodies are a process which kind of get renewed every 7 years. The only thing which keeps us in our sense of age is that of our beliefs, which we can look at and work out which ones suit us and which ones don't suit us, which ones suit the paradigm of that which we are travelling to, and the kind of the world that we'd like to create. So we can indeed choose what beliefs we hold within us. So that's school, and then kind of like job wise, live your passion. Your passion is the greatest gift you bring to this earth, and for you to live your passion and vibrate at the highest high you can, permeates the field of potential, the field of infinite energy, the field which we all exist in, the body of Christ. When you live in your highest passion, that enables other people to do the same. And as you move out of the paradigm of fear and into that of love, then we dissolve all of the timelines and the stories that have gone before, and we release ourselves to blossom into beautiful beings where we recognise we're all individual and all equal, all incredibly talented. We just need to buy ourselves enough space and nutrients to enable us to find those. Yeah, emotions. Being a dude and being told that, you know, you shouldn't feel that way, you shouldn't cry. Fuck, man. Our emotions are... So life, I believe, right, and I was just saying that it's what we believe. It's a story, ultimately. It was the one who kind of learned all that there was about the one, God. So he made many gods, and here we are all now, just kind of, you know, doing what we do, realising that we're not separate, we are all from the same one. and we're coming back together and forming, I suppose, organs within the body of Christ, and they'll help us regenerate the land and the love which we have lost. So yeah, emotions and our thought, when they marry up together with our will or our faith, that is what creates the life we see around us. So carrying all of that jive from school, those just dates and but history has its place, and it's mildly interesting to work out where we came from and where we're going. But it's more interesting and certainly a lot more satisfying to live your passion, and whether that be dancing or running, gardening, being part of the substructure which creates the new earth, being a light worker, a light holder, whatever it is that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, do that, because otherwise you're going to go through some depression, and that's quite natural, hey, depression. So phonetically it reads as deep rest, and until we know what we'd like to do, until we're in an environment which helps support that, then we're going to feel kind of like closed down, and our cells in our body reflect that of the energy contained within our mind. So when we don't know what we'd like to do, everything in our body just slows down, which is why exercise is such a beautiful mode of transport to help us find our passion. It gets us outside, and nature's just an incredible tonic. Our food, you don't have to eat animals, dudes. It's just something our parents did, something their parents did. There are diets which are better for you. Don't get me wrong, you can eat animals if you want to, but just give thanks, and kind of, it's probably worth finding that they come from a reputable source where they haven't been fully dosed up with antibiotics and growth hormones and all of that jazz, in an attempt to get them out to you as quickly as possible. What else would I tell my 5 or 10-year-old self? Yeah, competition's a killer, man. Cooperation, that's where life is, and that's where love is. So yeah, Darwin was he was cock on, but the stories that they released, I think, were just jive. So it's those of us who are most capable of change are the ones that are most likely to live on. We control our genes. Humanity's a lot longer than we were ever led to believe. And love is the law, right? So we are everything. So we are the judge, jury, and executioner of our own beings. When we move in the direction of love and recognize each other as being equal, and being, the same light that we are, then we rise in love, our energy increases. When we kind of impose our will on others, when we live in a competitive world, then we diminish our energy, and our creatorship becomes, but it doesn't lessen, but it just draws in experiences to reflect that. So yeah, 5-year-olds and 10-year-old selves, this is your ride, man. You're coming in with energies which have evolved from since the 1970s, late 60s and early 70s, and the movement of the free love, the energy on this planet has been steadily increasing since 2012, and a return back towards our cosmic center. Consciousness on this planet has been increasing steadily. You guys are, the evolution of our parents' energy and their parents' energy, and we've been growing in love. So if you don't fit in, I totally get that, but great change is on the way. You are so important. You being here is, well, you need to be here. Life is eternal, so we can afford to put on the cosmic brakes a little bit and just find ourselves a little bit of solitude and get our souls in tune and find out what our passion is, and then move in the direction of that passion. So I suppose with the children that are coming in at the moment, they're kind of really learning to stand up for themselves and say no. So we're in this press at the moment where children are kind of recognizing their own power and their own sense of worth and reflecting that back to the parents. There are a few of us else out there kind of living at or moving towards our highest high and recognizing that compassion and love and forgiveness are the highest of the high. So those in the middle are kind of just looking left, right and centre going, Struth, mate, I'm really not buying into this politics anymore. And there's got to be something else. And they can see that reflected in their children, and reflected in others around them. So it's a really exciting time. You are loved, right? Just know that. You are so, so loved. You are never alone. And if you want to reach out, I'm here. Silence, so meditation is just a beautiful thing, which, teaching that to small children just be a beautiful thing. So be still and know that you are amazing. You're incredible, and you are the one. So I've been T Red, and this has been T Trail. It's an amazing journey, and you can kind of work out what your life's purpose is from looking back at your past and finding out what your soul intention was. Life is an intelligent system, and we will keep on replaying the same circumstances and situations until we learn from that. And we readdress the darkness within ourselves, we integrate that back into the light, and then bada bing, bada boom, we all live happily ever after. This has been T Trail, Nature's TV. I've been T Red. Like I say, you can always get in touch, but just fall in love with the journey, because it's infinite. There is no finish line. We're just here to have fun and live in joy. Alright, see you all out on the trail soon. Peace and love.